My father, who he definitely had a bit of a weird view on upbringing. Um, he once told me I was, say, living on the sea front, and you could go along the beach and onto an area of rocks and rock pools and things, and you could always find, for a kid, there's always plenty of things, fossils or bits and interesting old bits of metal or all manner of things. That thing you do where you see a stone in the water, it looks all shiny. You think, oh, I found a ruby or something, and you get it home and it dries out. And it's just a bit of brick.
Right.
But anyway, he said, if you're going on that area, he said, always make sure you carry a sharp knife with you. And again, this is nowadays, certainly in the UK, where they're obsessed with knife crime. We tend to forget that as kids in the 50s, we all had pocket knives and sheath knives and things that get arrested if you went out with them today. Anyway, so I said, yeah, I always have a knife with me. Why? And he said, well, and then he came out with his tale. And it was, again, one of his schoolmates, when he was at school, had gone out there on the rocks one day, and he'd put his hand into a rock pool because he thought there was something interesting in there, and it had been grabbed by a conger eel. His hand. Now, conger eels, they've got a set of teeth that are a bit like the xenomorph in the Alien. They can clench.
It just gets worse and worse.
They've got a way that once you're caught by one, you don't get your hand out.
Right.
And they can also do this thing, they can blow up their body, swell it out, so they're in a rock hole and they can sort of wedge themselves in there. So, the story was the poor kid was trapped there, the tide came up and he drowned, and they found him the next day. And I said, so I take the knife then, so that if I'm trapped, I can stab the conger eel and escape. And my father looked at me and said, no, it's so you can cut your hand off and escape.
Oh boy.
And once again, you think back and you think, who as a kid would have the strength and the mentality to do it, and besides which, the loss of blood and the shock would kill you anyway.